I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Well, here I am. It was March 1st, and I would talk about what's going on in geopolitics, but yeah, gang, and what's going on, Candy Cane? Gang went ahead, violated international law. Um, the two criminals violated international law and bombed Iran. Uh, I'm just so discouraged by um I'm very discouraged. I've been discouraged for the past, well, 10 years. I mean, um it's just like it's just one disappointment after another, and the era of Trump um um embodies this, and gang went ahead and did what they need to do, and and while everybody's cheering this on, being, the hubris, you know people need to start understanding, like, do you know this, there is going to be blowback against this. This movie, quote unquote, this movie that y'all, many of y'all are cheering on. um this is just the first act, okay? um this movie is just the first act. I don't know why y'all think this is the, near the end of the movie where everybody clapping for the, in quotation marks, the good guys, right, to win. Y'all might want to y'all might want to pump the brakes on this for a minute. um I don't think anybody is safe in this country at this point, after what has happened. And what makes you think North Korea won't do anything after what happened to Iran? I see Virgo Life. I see Candy Cane. Virgo Life was going on with y'all. But yeah, but let me talk about black fatigue, right? Black YouTube fatigue, right? I am very fatigued, and I would put a link in the description box, but I want y'all to watch Not for Humans channel, the live stream he did. I want to say, what, Thursday night. Oh no, what is the day? What is the day? I think it was Friday night, where um uh I see Conscious More, where Jay Prince, where we watched a video of Jay Prince being removed from a storage unit. I'm assuming he was trying to live in the unit, or he had his stuff in the storage unit. So he went to another location. Um, I can't get mad at Jay Prince anymore. Okay, I really can't get mad at J Prince. I have a hatred of J Prince. I really do. I can't get mad at J Prince, and um it might be on members. Oh, okay. Well, I actually watched it. I actually watched it So um, I was on the live stream with a DJ DJ Witch Doctor, and I can't get mad at Jay Prince. And it is not that it's a waste of time. Is what I'm saying. And shout out to Auntie, because Auntie did a live stream of this yesterday. Why I get mad? You know, um, because I'm up in the chat room. I'm up on the panel, and Jay Prince was explaining himself how he, at first, well, though we was dragging him, before he got on the panel, and then when he got on the panel, we kind of had a good discussion, if you will call that a discussion. And then some of you women came up on that panel, and this is where I have a problem with y'all. Now I know what y'all gonna say. You hate black women. If you say that, I'm booting you off. Okay, I really have a problem with y'all. Um, y'all witnessed the entire video clip when the man did all that shit on that video. One of you ladies, I think that one was DJ. What's her name? DJ Genesis. Talking about she want to sell a T-shirt and give the proceeds to Jay Prince. You just witnessed what happened to Flora. You just witnessed what happened to Robin M. You witnessed that Jay Prince abused some of these women around him. What happened to his daughter at that Walmart live stream? Some of the things that he was accused of, which is may or may not be true, but it's serious. But you got your black ass up on that back chat talking about, oh, we need to donate money to Jay Prince. I look at some of y'all with fucking disgust. This man is a misogynist. He said misogynistic things to y'all, and then y'all want to give money to this individual. But Big J is jealous of Jay Prince. But Big J is jealous of Jay Prince because Jay Prince have a woman and kids. That's the narrative. That's why Big J go after Jay Prince. That got to be one of the stupidest things I ever heard of. I'm sitting there looking at y'all in that back chat, trying to give a man who called y'all a bunch of B's and H's money. Not learning from the last 4 or 5 times. Keep that money for yourself. I'm just sitting here just like, wow. I'm very fatigued. This is, you know, you hadn't learned anything. So what's the point of getting mad? What's really the point? And I'm glad that Auntie made that live stream yesterday. because yeah, what's the point now? You know, another situation happened where now I wasn't even on the live stream. I wanted to get up in that live stream when this happened, but 18th letter. You know, we can talk about a car engine. We can talk about tulips. We can talk about onions, and we can talk about the particles. The particle beams. The possibility of particle beams and all that. And we want to talk about the gender war. But bro, we're not talking about what black women are doing. We're talking about whatever the topic is of the moment. I don't care what black women said on Ricky Lake or what a black woman said on Oprah. Bruh, some of us are past that. You know, it was fine and dandy when in 2010 and 2011 when we used to talk about that. But it's 2026 and you're still talking about what Ricky Lake and Oprah done and what black women say. I wish they put things in a proper context, right? Niggas always talk about Ricky Lake and the black women. They did this and they did this in the 1970s and woo woo woo. Okay, well, what are these women are responding to in 1970s and the 60s, 70s, and 80s? What was the women were responding to? Oh, black exportation movies. Now anybody with a brainstem will look up some of the movies. Like one of my favorites. Well, it's not my favorite. The Mac. Uh, Sweetback. Uh, Sweetback with Marvel, Marvin and Melvin Van Peebles. And let me talk about that movie though in a minute, right? I'm surprised Marvin did not went to prison behind that movie. I'm surprised he didn't went to prison behind that movie because that was some child corn. Okay, that was child corn. That first 5-10 minutes of that movie should have been considered child corn. Why was Marvel Van Peebles in bed with a woman and he was a teenager? I thought it was gonna be some action flick, and I saw that first 10 minutes of the movie. I'm like, oh my god, y'all allowed this? Marvel Van Peebles as a little kid, he's not even 15. He's in bed with this grown ass woman, and she's all, and both of them are nude. I just really, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's questioning Melvin Van Peebles allowing his son to be. Uh, I'm gonna talk about that on later video. That because somebody else brought it up. Somebody 2 years ago made a video about that too, and when I went ahead and searched for the movie, because I thought what he was saying was cap. I thought what he was saying was bullshit. Right? It was all cap. No, he wasn't. I was like, oh my god, really? How did that was allowed? But anyway, I forgot where I was at, right? But anyway, black exploitation movies. you know, Sweetback, um, Black Caesar, Hell Up in Harlem. Uh, what's the other ones? There is a heavy dose of misogyny, right? There was a heavy dose of my favorite one, Dolomite. Now I know somebody said Big J, how are you going to talk about misogyny and then you talk about Dolomite? It's one of my favorite black exploitation movies. Maybe it's because of the theme song that, and then there was that 17-minute sex scene that was ridiculous to watch. It was like the most ridiculous sex scenes in the world, right? I laughed at that part. Like, you're overacting on the sex scene. That's yeah. Anyway, Dolomite, the Human Tornado. You know, you got movies that are highly misogynistic back in the 60s, right? So why do you think these women were responding to? And this is what 18 letter needs to take his grasp. He needs to grasp a concept, right? Because these women didn't just start shit or just on the sake of starting shit. They, there are certain messages coming out, and he thinks that it's really getting on my nerves every time when we talk about a topic that has nothing to do with gender, yet he injects the gender war into it. That really gets on my fucking nerves. You know. Why are y'all saying yikes for? Are you talking about Sweetback? The first 15 minutes of Sweetback. Listen. I'm surprised. Melvin Van Peebles did not win the prison behind that. I'm surprised he went behind prison behind that. That what he did to his son. That's man. I I had to find the movie because I thought what Homeboy said was some bullshit. I thought it was some bullshit. Like, oh come on, man, it had to be a stunt double or it had to be a narrative, right? Like told in a narrative form. Like, okay, they're not showing you what happening; they're just telling you what happened. No, it's showing you what old boy did, or depict the scene what old boy did. He may not have did it, but he's nude with a grown ass woman. And I see why people don't. I see why that movie's hard to find. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go to a website to see that shit. I think I saw that site on the free internet. What's it called? The free internet movie something. I forgot what it's called. The internet archive site. I said, man, this is some bullshit. I told old boy, man, you capping. No, I ain't capping. Hold on, let me search that movie. I went on that the internet archive site. And I said, well, I'll be damned. But anyway, I thought that shit was all cap. That was some bullshit. And yeah, I'm surprised, man. He's not in prison behind that old shit. But anyway, um, you know what? Somebody need to do somebody need to do a documentary on that shit because nobody mentions about that movie. me in depth like that. I heard people talk about the movie, but I never know that was in the movie. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna say this right now. I already know, man. I'm on the FBI list. I already know my black ass on that FBI list. I was on that FBI list with the Free Speech Adventure website. If old boy had not shut up, excuse me, pew pew, use the word pew pew in that subway, I wouldn't be on no I wouldn't be on the watch list. I know my ass was on a FBI list because his stupid ass. But I just happened to be on that website seeing what the fuck was going on. Though it was some weird ass niggas on that old website. There's some weird ass niggas on that website. And yes, nigga, it is a manosphere website. And yes, nigga, uh, the Prophet of Doom was part of the manosphere. So I don't want y'all to hear all that bullshit. I see Taz in the chat room talking shit, you know. But whatever, Taz. I don't give a fuck. Um, and I'm sitting there like, why do y'all want to bring the gender war into any and every topic? Nobody is talking about that. Some of us is not trying to hear all that. An incel, how am I an incel? You know what? I'm not gonna explain it. You know what? I'm gonna leave that alone. Why should why I'm explaining? Why am I explaining uh my sex life to weirdos online? Why y'all want to know if I'm an incel or not? Hey, I don't tell y'all what I do. It's already bad enough that niggas say I'm doing this and that and third with some. Well, you know what? Let me leave that part alone as well. Wait a minute, where's my water? Fuck it. I'm not getting up. But anyway, I just have fatigue of niggas coming online and just like 18. Can you please say something else? Because we don't give a fuck about what the black woman done. I really don't give a fuck. I really don't. Yeah. Frank James, the Prophet of Doom. He used to call himself the Prophet of Dots as well. That was his old name, the Prophet of Dots. No, I'm sorry, not Prophet of Dots. Oops, wrong nigga though. Wrong nigga. The Prophet of it was something else. It was something. It was Prophet of something else. I don't know why I said Prophet of Dots, but anyway, yeah. What's going on, Auntie? Going on, Auntie? Yeah. Um. But going back to DJ Witch Doctor's live stream and seeing J Prince at that uh, storage unit, uh, wrong. I know Taz. I got the wrong name, but fuck him too, though. Okay, fuck TT Teapot. Fuck T Teapot. Right now, I was on the panel with Jay Prince on DJ Witch Doctor's channel, and everything we had in the conversation wise on that people can see on the panel, you know. But what those women in the background just y'all just piss me off, man. Like, You women piss. Y'all pissed me off after all the misogynistic shit he said to y'all about y'all as black women, and then uh hold on. You know what? Let me see if I find. Let me see if I find that live stream. I hope I'm not going to play it, but I'm gonna use it as a reference. All right, hold on. Let me try to find it real quick. Let me try to find it real quick. I hope he doesn't put that on members only. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yesterday. Let's see. Well, I'll tell you the title. Oh yeah, but it's on members only. It's duct tapery, more hypocrisy, justice for JP. Did the bandit got evicted? Yeah. That's the live stream. Yeah, it's on members only. Yeah, he put on members only. So yeah, I just yeah. That whole discussion was good, but what's in the background? I had to cuss old girl ass out in the back chat. What the fuck is wrong with your? What the fuck is wrong with your fucking women? This nigga already talk about dark skinned women and light skinned women. You do the colorism shit, and here's your black ass sitting right there and try to say, oh, you want to twerk to this nigga with some fucking money. I just look at y'all as like, you know what? Let me just get up, man. Let me just get up and leave. You know, let me just get up because this is something that I don't want to, I don't want to be part of anymore. You know, I don't want to be part of this shit. I thought that, I talked to him to to seek out information out of him, but what's the point? What's the point try to talk sense into him? You know, oh well, fuck it. You know, man, listen. When he grabbed that handful of peppermints, he reached into a bowl. See, he went into somebody's office. He grabbed a two handfuls of peppermints, start eating them, and then he said, "Hey man, now he's already dragging the man for who's about to kick his ass out, right? So he grabs a bottle of water from this man. He asked the man for a bottle of water, and then he walk outside talking about he don't brush his teeth, and he used the peppermints in water because because he don't brush his teeth. I'm just like I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here like y'all hear all this, but yet y'all still try to support this shit. I'm done. Yeah, I said I'm done. Y'all can have this shit. Y'all can have it. That shit made absolutely no sense. For real, that made absolutely no sense. Yeah, what? Yeah. You asking what? No, Auntie, you saw it. You saw the footage. I'm sitting there like I'm on the panel like, well, I'll be damn. And I'm sitting there like, okay, and Auntie made some sense. You should leave things better off when you found it, right? If you're gonna, you should leave things better when you found it, and this is why I try to tell this to the soul provider, but the soul provider, he doesn't get it, right? This spot on YouTube used to be on some serious, deep thinking shit, right? And now it's, because of Tommy Sotomayor and O'Shea and and so forth, it just becomes, it it just comes worse and worse. Well, you know what? I kind of take that back on the worst part. Um, because those days were the battle days. You know, um, let's just say, it changed. Um, what was originally was supposed to be about is no longer about. It's about something else. It's not about exploring where you as a black man, you know, how do you fit into the world of the 21st century? Is now, well, we got the griff and we got to drag the black woman along with it. Use the black woman, you know, as a plot device, um, for lack of a better word, right? For lack of a better word. I remember when he was on Brown and Ellie's channel. He said he had taken no shower every day just to press all niggas. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, 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 man. When he took that handful of peppermints and put it in his mouth and gargle water with it, I just like, yeah, yeah, like, is this who y'all support? This who y'all support? Oh shit, man. I have fatigue, man. This shit's fatigue, man. For real. Uh, what's going on? Shaka love. What's going on? Oh, yeah, I'm doing okay, I guess. I was going to talk about something else, but what's going on in Middle East, but I'm kind of depressed about that. Um, uh, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. In the next couple of years, do not be surprised something happens to us. Okay, That's all I'm going to tell y'all. Do not be surprised if something happened to us because it's coming. Uh, yeah, Queen over there laughing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say right now, you niggas are mad at me though. Some of y'all are mad about that interview I did with Expose the Manosphere. Y'all mad at me over that shit. Some of you niggas are mad. I heard some rumors. Not just by one. I heard some rumors by two, three people mad at me talking to Expose the Manosphere. And I hope, man. I think Aaron is going to show up on C-SPAN within the next couple weeks. I'll make a prediction. He's going to be on C-SPAN soon. Um, y'all mad at me over that shit. Oh, why do Big J talk to him? Man, I've been talking to Aaron for years. Me and him be emailing each other for years. You know, he's probably the only person in the space. I'm talking about the men, though. I'm talking about the men, excluding my supporters, so who's on my channel. That I actually sit there and have a decent conversation with, without the, oh, I'm doing it for subs, I'm doing it for views, I'm doing it for clout. Fuck all that. Hold on. Hold on. What the hell going on? So yeah, um, yeah, I have fatigue, man. That's just I'm tripped. Tripped out. Well, not tripped out. That's the wrong word. I'm just like, yeah, yeah. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. Y'all don't have to worry about me as much. I you know, after the bullshit with the, well, I ain't gonna mention her fucking name. I ain't mention her name. Uh, After my issues with fuck it, I'll say the name. My issues after my issues with Bomb. I'm like, you know what? And then seeing what J Prince did, I'm good. Y'all can have it. You know, y'all can have it. Um, since Bomb want to say I'm jealous about the black men in the space. Well, explain why I have Aaron on my channel. Aaron got more subs and views than Sharon, but anyway. Taz. Here is the thing, Taz. He wrote a book. He might want to do a review on the book because he actually, hold on. Let me put out this book out. Hold on, let me pull the book out. Yeah, this book got the last part of the book. I think this chapter. Wait a minute, let me look at the chapter so you can, you know, in case if you're interested in buying a book, which I doubt you would though. But when he talked about the FBI uh, surveillance of the parents of students, that you might want to go ahead and read this book, man, because yeah, he went some he pulled out some files and yeah, and unlike some of you Negroes who write books, at least he has an appendix and an index and a glossary. Yes, he has a glossary and an index of 120 pages of glossary notes and reference points. Unlike Bamatumbe, who wrote the book called Negro Wars, or Osinian's book, which the only references he got is his YouTube channel. Actual stuff, you actually done research. He ain't doing no chat GBT, unlike Anger Man and Miss Fantastic. They don't do no chat GBT and talking about, oh, you're the black woman is this that third according to chat GBT. Do some research. No, you know what? Since Bomb Cherry want to say I'm jealous of Sharon and Brownsville, I think you Taz is jealous of Aaron. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Now I bet you Bomb won't tell you that. But anyway, let's keep it moving. And I know why Bomb said it, because that's really is a distraction from another issue. But anyway, let's keep it moving. But back to the point. Uh, I think though. Um, Let me see what I was talking about. Uh, the children that supported Fred Hampton. I think though, Taz, you might want to be interested in this. That what happened to really? No, nigga, no, nigga. Why was your name was in the video, Taz? Why was your name in the video, Taz? Right. The children that supported Fred Hampton was also targeted. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a nice little historical book. Well, okay, whatever. How about Drip telling me that my honest opinion assessment was a lie? Nobody knew the difference between a fact and opinion. I said it. This is an insult to Merritt Westford. He said, right, right. If you don't know, listen. I'm glad though you said that though. If you don't know who Merriam or Wesper is, and you're speaking English, something's wrong with you. You got to know what Merriam, Wesper, Oxford. Well, Oxford that is if you are British, you speak the King's English. If you don't know, no. We gotta talk about that. You don't know what Merriam Wesper is? Really? Y'all, you niggas are dumb. And like what, and this is what MOT called Delta November. I see why he said the term Delta November. These niggas on here are Delta Novembers. Dumb niggas. That's what Delta means dumb and November means niggas. Delta Novembers. I'm just like, oh, you raising your blood pressure over nothing. Like, come on, really? You open up your mouth and you don't know who Merriam Webster is? You supposed to know about this shit in high school, my nigga. You don't know it's shit like this. There's libraries, there's schools. You mean and drip. You attended Houston ISD? Tell me that Trip attended a school in Houston. That's the first thing in Texas that they throw at your ass. A Merriam Webster dictionary. Oh my God. Maryland. You know who Daniel Wesper is? I know I know my country ass is butchered, Taz. Relax, Taz. Relax. I'm country as fuck. Okay. I'm gonna butcher some fucking words. Believe. At least I know what it is. I might butcher a word, but at least I know what the fuck it is. He asked what Wesper is. Wow. Yeah. I just. If it wasn't for YouTube, a lot of you niggas would end up in hell or in jail. I'm telling you right now, you niggas would be end up in a jail cell or buried. Man, you niggas are dumb, man. I just sit here just listening, and then and last night what Jay Prince did, and listen what Drip did, and I'm just sitting there like, bruh, y'all, you know what? It's not even. I don't need to roast y'all. I don't even need to cuss your asses out. I just all the I need to do is sit here and just say, well, okay, I hope you don't have no kids. Okay. Now it's already bad enough Jay Prince got kids. I hope Drip don't have no kids. I hope some woman close her legs. Okay. I hope some woman be like, no, I'm good. I hope some woman that who's nearby him who's half-ass like his ass be like, not tonight. Morning after pill. Yeah, yeah. You better go to your Circle K and get your morning after pill. And I didn't know that there is a morning after pill that they sell the morning after pill at Circle K. I was like, what the fuck? I said, you know what? I might want to buy a box, but shh. Let me be quiet on that. Let me be quiet on that. Anyway, um, yeah. Let me be quiet on that. Um, but yeah, you know, it's you know, the only person I'll argue back with is Sugar Bomb, Shiesty Bomb. I would argue back with Sugar Bomb because Sugar Bomb, I can diffuse her little trolling ass. All right. You know, it's kind of fun talking shit with her. Other than that, I can't talk to some of y'all. I'm sorry. I just feel like really, man, man, this level of debauchery and the level of ignorance it's at an all-time low. Like, how can you top that? How can you top that shit? Right? Yeah, like you can't uplift that shit. You can't argue that shit, man. You be like, well, nigga, I can't roast Jay Prince. I can't because a nigga self roast. He's on self roast. Why should I roast somebody who's already self roast and they're already done or they've been done? You know, I can't roast Jay Prince. That's like me trying to take a fire a flame drawer and try to flame it on a burning tree. What's the point? It's already crisp. It's already on fire. Why you want to add more fire to it? What you do? Oh, you try to make the fire hotter? No, you're not. That tree still gonna end up crisp and burnt. Shit. A lot of people really need to pick up a book instead of their phone. Right, right. And yeah, I see Reese over here. I see Reese over here. But anyway, morning to Reese, Reese, Buttercup. I guess that's what she named herself after, a Buttercup. But yeah. Wait a minute. I forgot to charge my phone. Speaking about phones, I forgot to charge the shit out of my phone. Jay Prince on fire. No, what I'm saying is, what's the point of roasting Jay Prince when Jay Prince is already roasted? He self roasts himself. That's the point. You know. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Charge up this phone, and I'm gonna kick back. Um, yeah, I'm play me some video games again because ain't got else to do. I was gonna do a video, do some edits, but I'm not even on that shit. I got my ass kicked. Well, if you want to call it my ass kicked, but yeah. Um, I hate doing some veterinarian work. Listen. I'm still on that. Listen, Auntie, I'm still on that peppermints in water. I'm still on that peppermints in water. I don't brush my teeth. That's why I grabbed me a handfuls of peppermints. I was like, did he just say that? I can understand I saw him grabbing a lot of the peppermints from the bowl, right? I said, okay, he's gonna take a couple of them, right? All right, he's gonna take a couple of them, suck on, right? No, the nigga took look two handfuls of them and took a bottle of water with him. He said, "Yeah, I don't brush my teeth. I use, you know, I use peppermints." I just like, yeah, and you telling the world that you don't brush your teeth. You a yuck mouth ass nigga. And speaking about that, I need to go to the dentist, my damn self. Speaking about that, I need to go to the dentist, my damn self. I I, I I don't want to be like that, my niggas. I don't want to be like that. I just want to check, see. I'm not in that position. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna do that, right? He might motivate me. I think he's a motivator. Okay, I think J Prince should be seen as a motivator. He's somebody who is, let's say, he's the bottom, quote unquote. Well, I wouldn't say he's the bottom because they're far worse niggas than him. But since he's there, right, and you don't want to be where he's at, so the more you do things better than him, the better off you will be. That's the way yeah, true on what not to do. You know that should be right, right. That should be a motivate. That there is something good. You know, Jay Prince is worth the damn. Pause on bottoms. What you mean pause on bottoms? I ain't saying nothing about no sex, but no who. See, some of y'all got sex in the brain. I ain't saying nothing about being on nobody's bottom. I say he's on the bottom of when it comes to the level of, you know what? Leave it alone. Y'all just, yeah. He's true. Yeah, he's not what. Yeah, he's on the level of on what not to do. So yeah. That's a motivating right there. Who's Flex Haven? Caven. I seen that name before. You know, I remember that one time, man. I forgot to. You know what? I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. You know what? Be quiet. I want nobody think my ass is nasty. But you know how some you know, 'cause I work nights, right? So my day and nights are fucked up. My sleep times are fucked up. So when it's time for you to brush your teeth, next time I'm gonna go back over there and listen to J Prince take that bottle of water and them peppermints and say, you know what, that's a motivating for me to to brush my teeth, floss them, and there and you use some of that Listerine. And when I say Listerine, the regular gold Listerine that burns your ass, not the green one, okay? Because I use that. I use the regular Listerine, then I follow it up with the green one, with the minty. No, they're two different. They're two different types of greens. There's one is the winter green, the other one is the mint. But yeah. Followed up with the second one, yeah. So yeah, that Go Amber, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I use the gold one to kill everything. Okay, kill the gingivitis and stuff, and then follow it up with the green one. So my mouth feel so I can at least it would my breath won't stink. I'm just saying. Because like what I do, I buy the big bottle of the green and I buy the little bottle of the gold. I'm just saying that's how I do it. And then I dip my toothbrush in the gold, the brush, to wet it and put toothpaste on it, and Well, anyway, I'm telling y'all my business. I shouldn't tell y'all my business like that. You know, yeah. Hmm. Anyway, let me get out of here. I spoke too much shit for this morning. I got that all off my chest. You know what? I hadn't rant though. I ain't went ahead and cussed somebody out yet. That's good. I ain't cussed nobody out yet. That's good. Elderberry is good for your breath. It works on your gut. Hmm. I might want to try that though. Vex Craven. I might want to try that. Elderberry. Yeah, you know what? I do need to work on my gut too, though. Inside and out. It's not too late. Not too late on what, Reese? Mm, but yeah. I'm gonna work on my gut too, though. Yeah, yeah, because I have been working my ass off. When was this? Thursday. I'm sore and shit. Oh, it's not too late to cut somebody out. I might need to hold on that, Reese, because you know I might want to hold back on that cussing niggas out. I don't got time for that right now. Me too. I have assistance of stomach. Okay, so yeah. I have a good ass workout Thursday, and I wasn't even in the gym. I wasn't even in the gym. That was a good ass workout. I wasn't expecting that shit to happen. That'd be a fucking veterinarian shit. That's some hard ass work. Fuck that shit. Anyway, let me get out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna leave here at the hour. Make this an hour long. So anyway, Thank y'all for coming. I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.